Hi, it's Joy and today I'm going to be watching Loki Season 1, Episode 1, Glorious Purpose. I am so excited for this show. I haven't watched any of the trailers or anything. I know literally nothing about what's coming and I'm so thrilled about that. I have loved the Disney Plus Marvel shows so much, as you know, if you've watched my reactions, and I'm just really excited to see what this show is all about. Now, it's not the Loki that we have grown with or that we've seen developing all these seasons. It's not the Loki that died in the Endgame. It is the Loki that lost in Avengers. That is a very different Loki to the Loki we knew by the end, so genuinely, I feel like anything could happen in a minute. A reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction and all of my reactions on my Patreon. And let's go. It's green. Hello.
I am Loki of Asgard.
Do they speak English? Why should they? Who are these people? Are they like time wardens or something?
Never mind.
Variant identified.
I beg your pardon.
On behalf of the Time Variance Authority,
Ooh.
I arrest you for you're coming with us.
I'm surprised they're not after the Avengers.
Get out of my way.
Loki! What was the plan there?
But feeling all that pain in real time.
Oh, lovely. That's a wonderful method. Why is this decal? How did this many people break the timeline? Okay.
Tell me what it is. It's the Tesseract. Be very careful with it.
Sounds dumb.
Hey.
What is this? And why do I love it? Okay, this is one prison intake system.
Hang on just a minute.
This is not the day he expected to have either.
What if I was a robot and I didn't know it?
The machine would melt you from the inside up.
Not a robot, so I'll be fine.
Oh my god, you would have a sudden doubt, like, what if I'm a robot?
This is a mistake. I shouldn't be here.
I love it because he genuinely has no idea that he's messed with the timelines.
Welcome to the Time Variance Authority. Long ago, there was a vast multiversal war. Countless unique timelines battled each other for supremacy.
The multiverse.
Stepping off your path created a nexus.
How do normal people end up creating the timeline without time travel?
You must stand trial for your offenses. So sit tight and we'll get
But surely now our timeline doesn't have a Loki to have done all the stuff he's done.
Reason you've wasted me, Buckethead.
Loki has a ticket.
to let us know how we're doing.
Oh god. Oh lord. What is the plot of this show gonna be? I don't care. I love it. Ooh. The devil. So has Loki broken free and is doing this, or is this someone totally separate?
Don't worry. The branch is nearing red light. We need to go.
Oof. So this timeline branch is gonna get destroyed. Or are they gonna recruit Loki?
How do you plead?
Madam, a god doesn't plead. Look, this is the very
Loki.
Who should we have?
I suspect the Avengers.
Yes.
You see, I only came into possession of the Tesseract because they travelled through time. No doubt.
How does he know about that?
My ascent to Scotland.
Of course, yes. That is exactly what happened.
Oh, believe me, you can smell the cologne in two Tony Starks. Time criminals, they you should be
It's very true. This time organisation isn't very good. They just find the people that...
task force and
Yeah.
What they did was supposed to happen. You was not.
He's already said not guilty. Yeah.
all this. Hang on, everyone quiet.
Court finds you guilty key, and I sent it to you to be reset. Next case, please.
I mean, is reset putting him back? Because that makes
Is
sense.
it bad? What?
If you're thinking what I think you're thinking, it's a bad idea.
I imagine it's a terrible idea.
I'm gonna burn this place to the ground.
How many people live here? This is a very big society designed to keep the flow of time as it ought to be.
Well, I don't like to talk, but you do like to lie, which you just did.
Because we both know you love to talk.
Yes.
You were created by the timekeepers. Yep. To protect the sacred timeline. Correct.
What gives them the right to choose the timeline?
You've always lived within your set path.
I live within whatever path I choose.
Yes. Yeah, this is better because there's no free will if you have to follow the timeline.
All right, now you're the king of Midgard, then what? Forever after?
Asgard for nearly every living thing. Choice breeds shame.
This is the Avengers Loki.
Uncertainty.
Your greatest hits, if I may.
No. Remember, I was listening.
Oh yeah, Phil Coulson.
Coulson! They should show him how he's not dead.
Real small.
You know, they could have so easily acknowledged Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. by just saying, did you know they brought him back?
Enough.
It's so frustrating for anyone, let alone Loki.
Exactly is it that you want?
I want you to be honest about why you do what you do.
Interesting.
Liar. I am on the verge of acquiring everything I am owed.
Sweetheart, you lost.
Because I...
If you hadn't picked up the Tesseract, you would have been taken to a cell on Asgard.
Oh, is he gonna see it? He's gonna see! Oh my god.
Where do you have her? Where is she?
You lead them right to her.
I don't believe you. You're lying.
Loki.
Is true. That...
Sorry, the time twister just loops you, not the furniture. You weren't born to be. I think we can finish up tomorrow and just pick it up.
Loki. Oh, he pickpocketed him when he stood up.
On site.
No pruning, no resetting. You can still help us.
I mean, it wouldn't be Loki if he didn't try. But I imagine it wouldn't be Loki if he didn't also fail.
Give me the Tesseract or I'll gut you like a fish, Casey.
What's a fish?
How do you know what a fish is?
My entire life on it. Some of the guys use them as paperweights. Some of them.
Loki. Does he want to rule here?
Is this the greatest power in the universe?
Oh, you almost hit me. That's so messed up.
I mean, the system is messed up. You have a whole country here. Couldn't you just put the variants to work someplace? Like, give them a place to live? Hasn't happened yet for your timeline.
I love you, my sons. Remember this text.
Oh.
Maybe you're not so bad after all, brother. Maybe not. Right here.
And then he's going to see his death is going to end this train of growth, right?
I'm here.
And becoming a good person just got him, a better person just got him death. Oof. How do you like it?
Nowhere left to run.
He knows very literally.
I don't enjoy hurting people. Part of the illusion.
desperate play for control.
Every word he said was about himself.
You tried to use that? Oh, several times. Even an infinity stone is useless here.
What is this place? How does this place exist?
Why me? The variant we're hunting is you. I beg your pardon?
How are there multiple Lokis? So I was right when I said, is he the one doing it or the one they want to recruit? He's both. Don't be so cocky. So we got Loki at his worst and we're gonna get Loki at his best? And that's why he wanted to understand him. Is it for real Loki? Because we didn't see. I'm so intrigued. I cannot wait for watching more and I'm gonna have to. Ugh, that was so good. The Marvel Disney Plus shows are not missing a beat. I will say, all they had to do to make Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. canon, or imply it was canon, or give a little, like, nod to us Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. fans who've stood by Marvel TV long before they managed to do all this, when they made the best show ever, which is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., is when he was like, oh, some comfort to a dead man. The guy should have been like, oh, a dead man, yes, no, he's dead. You know, he didn't even need to show any of the footage of, like, Coulson and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. being alive. Just made some kind of small comment about, oh, yeah, no, he's definitely dead, yeah. Or, like, some comment line, oh, he had a few more years. You know, just a little, oh, that's what you think. Which, you know, to a person, you could have just thought the guy was just mocking Loki. If you wanted to say Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. wasn't canon, I know that he could go on about how it isn't canon. It is. It's more canon than anything else in the world. Or or the movies aren't canon, if S.H.I.E.L.D. isn't canon, that's how I see it. But no, like, I could have just done a teeny comment like that, which doesn't have to mean that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is going to be in the show and running amok, but it could have been enough to give us a bone. But all that aside, this show is fantastic. I'm so excited to see where it's going. I didn't watch any trailers because I didn't really have any perceptions of everything, of what the kind of the show was going to be. At all. Obviously I knew it was going to be crazy because it's Loki, and I think it's just added so many different layers. You know, the multiverse concept is something that we've been waiting to see properly explored within the MCU for a while now, and the fact that in WandaVision they had the wrong Pietro, the wrong Quicksilver, was like, that's the multiverse, but then they were like, oh no, he's actually Ralph. Like, it was all very strange with that. And I'm pretty sure the Doctor Strange movie is multiverse-esque, isn't it? It's like multiverse madness or something. So we're definitely getting the multiverse. Is their sacred timeline allowing for multiverses? Because the Avengers created multiverses, but they did what they were supposed to do. Now, I want to know how this time variant agency exists, why it exists, and who gave them the right. You know, I accept that they have this amazing power and that maybe you do need people to stop people going back into their past and changing their futures, but who gave them the right, and how do they exist? And just, is this going to be like a new villain or a new angle we're going to have to explore in the rest of the MCU? I'm just really intrigued to see where this show is going to go. Like, I feel like WandaVision sort of served a purpose of potentially just creating her children so that we maybe will see them again, but of just exploring Wanda as a character a lot more, but of her coming to terms with who she is, with her grief that she has suffered over her life. It kind of got her through a healing process that she's not healed now, but kind of it got her through a process. It made her become understanding of Scarlet Witch and what that means, of who she really is. I think that was what was so important for WandaVision, was getting Wanda's character to a place from A to B that is such a necessary journey for her character to take. Now, for Captain America and the Winter Soldier, it helps us kind of see the world post-blip, but also it served to show Bucky completing kind of, not completing, but because he'll never be fully complete with it. I don't ever mean to imply that he'll just be healed now, but him kind of coming to terms with the Winter Soldier stuff and fully going through his process of healing, going through his process of making his reparations and accepting who he is and accepting that he is worthy of love and friendship and family and all of that stuff. And for Sam, it was his process of accepting being Captain America, of coming to terms with what that means for him, for the country, of how he can pay back what, you know, people who came before him have done, or he can hold other people to account. Like, it was so necessary in that sense. So this show, what is this show's kind of purpose going to be? Obviously, Loki, that we have followed through many movies, is dead, as he got to see for himself. I feel like its purpose is going to be creating or introducing us to the MCU's understanding of time travel and the multiverse and the time variant agency, but I'm just so intrigued to see what I think its purpose was at the end of the show, and whether or not this Loki will be a character that will then return and just be around, or if he'll be a character that we'll never see again, or we'll only see in like 6 seasons of this TV show. It could be anything, and I'm loving it. So the multiverse is scary and huge. Well, not the multiverse, the time variant age is very scary and huge. I loved kind of yet again seeing how Loki, whenever he tries to be big and bold, he's just pathetic at the end of the day. And I think for him to accept that he doesn't need to be the big all-powerful one would make him so much happier in the long run, which hopefully this show is going to kind of maybe even see Loki getting to a good place and just choosing to stay within the time variant agency. I don't know. But the fact that he ultimately admitted that he doesn't hurt because he enjoys it, it's not just it's all part of an illusion to hide how weak and scared he is. And that is certainly a type of bully, a type of villain is someone that is doing that. And I think once Loki came to terms that he didn't need to be a ruler, he didn't need to be a standalone and be the all-powerful one, he was a lot happier within himself, and maybe that's what we're going to see with this. But then we have the rogue variant who is also Loki. How? I'm so excited to learn how. Did Loki originally escape the time variant agency here? Are there multiple? How are there multiple Lokis? Is it a multiverse of Lokis? I'm just so excited. Is that a Loki in a different time stream because the Avengers have now created multiple ones? I'm really excited to see more. I don't have too much more to say to analyse this show, but I'm just so excited to see it. The humour was great. The kind of weird and wackiness was great, and I'm just so excited to see where it goes next. So a reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon. I'm sure my reviews will get very, very long in the future. This wasn't even a long review for me, but I just kind of feel like this was so many pieces in motion. It was great to see Loki kind of come to terms with his future as it was, and come to terms with himself and why he causes pain and what he really thinks, and that, you know, he became a good guy and it got him killed, but he was loved and he was happier within that, and just a whole mess of emotions for Loki to deal with. And I still don't know where we're going to go with his character particularly, and where we're going to go with the rest of it, and I'm so excited. Reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon, and thank you for watching.